Arc 5, no. You can't Arc 5. You cannot give me too much hype shit. And like, this is what happens. You give me so much amazing godlike shit in an episode, I'm gonna be getting greedy and I'm gonna be asking more. Oh my god, they gave me the biggest GX boner of my entire life. Oh my god, there was so much GX nostalgia during the entire Yuri Jill. Oh my god. It's just too much, alright? Just too much. So we get to see the start of the episode, we get to see Yuzu confronting Yuya's father, and I gotta say, I kind of got a little bit upset myself when you sort of started seeing her crying and found out the real reason why, he didn't turn up that day. It's because he was in a different dimension, because him and Akabareji have been in cahoots for a while, saying that you was going to be the original leader of the Lancer, I need you to go and sort that shit out, you're going to need to go to the fusion dimension, and actually ends up going to the XYZ dimension and ended up teaching them, the ways of dueling, and ended up, on the Peaceful City. And that's when Academia attacked, and that's when shit hit the fan. Because of this shit, he ended up fucking up his leg really badly when he was going against Asta Phoenix. He's limping, and I know the cane's just there supposed to be for a show and everything, but it's no, he's generally injured after the last interdimensional war that he had. So I guess that definitely shows how strong he was, and he probably brought out his ultimate monster at that time. And Yuzu ended up getting the rest of the story with finding out about a lot more with Alexis, as Alexis was originally on board with the entire Arc area project, and then found out that they were attacking women and children and everything. She found this out by one of the people that were there, and she's like, no, this is absolutely disgusting. And they're guys in the group, and yeah, I got 30 of them, whoa, this is great, and everything. And Alexis was really upset that she didn't get to be the chosen first few of this, but then when she found out about this shit, she ended up escaping alongside of her friend, and her friend got captured. But luckily at the end, Yuya's father managed to get out. The only thing I will say is I wish I actually saw his card or his jewel, because we've had so much hinting about that card and that monster at that time, and it's I really want to see that. And I guess on a little note as well, we finally get to see what Yuzu's new design is. We've been seeing it in the openings for a while. I actually like the new design a lot. I kind of like the little skirt and everything. The boots, obviously it's supposed to look kind of a bit of an Academia design. The only thing that I have a real issue with the design, honestly, out of everything, is I don't know. There's something with that color. It's why does she look like she's got a fucking bib on, or a fucking she's got some sort of little napkin around it? It looks really weird. Especially when you saw her after the whole confrontation with Yuri and those other duelists. It just looked really weird. I like the design. I've never I thought the first design she had was really good, and I liked that one. I think it was fine. I enjoyed it. I guess a lot of people were oh, I kind of prefer a synchro dimension design. I kind of like this design. So I guess out of she's had probably the most different 3 redesigns at this point. At this point I'm oh, no, they're all fine. I haven't got a personal favorite, but my biggest issue is just this one. Is what is with the weird. I know it's supposed to be a schoolgirl sailor outfit, but it's just something with that fucking the top bit of it just looks like a bib. And we gotta get into my favorite part of the episode. Oh my god, Yuri, you're a badass fucker already. You're already badass. But what you did in this episode was beyond amazing. And going against not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 duelists at once. Bringing out his 2 plant monsters. I'm just going to summon these things right now. Use a special summon thing, to bring out the 1600 attack point one, and the other one was 800. I know the 1600 attack point monster that he had actually had its effects negated, but the other one was oh, I'm going to have this attacking. Every single one of these guys bring out immediately. The first one, polymerization, drill roid, submarine roid, like gyro. I'm oh my god. Oh my god, are they bringing out fucking he's bringing out Super Jumbo Drill Roid, he's bringing out Cyrus's Ace Monster. I was oh my god, that's a fucking amazing. We're getting a throwback to GX, and then it's just it keeps coming out more and more. Next, the next guy, she brings out, oh, I'm summoning Des Koala, Koala, Big Koala, and Des Kangaroo, bringing out fucking Master of Oz. I'm oh my god, that's fucking sick. We're bringing out Master, that's Chumley's card. I was oh my god. That hit me then. Every single one of these guys are gonna have their own version of the GX card, and I'm that is that is the absolute tits. And then the third one, he's I bring out Ojama Yellow Red, black. I was I bring out all the Ojamas, bring them all out. Ojama King, and just Yuri's reaction, just what the fuck is this thing? Using its effect, I stop 3 of your monster zones immediately that, so you can't do any more bullshit. And it's I'm glad So glad when he destroyed that, because we all know Ojama King is creepy with a big old crotch, and it's just how hideous that thing looks. And then the last two, like they couldn't made it any more better. I'm just gonna bring out like VW, like catapult cannon. Like I was like, oh my god, you're gonna bring out the Union monsters as well. It's like we haven't had them at all shown at all in this series. Right? We had them, and then XYZ Dragon Cannon. I was like, oh my god, oh I can't take this. And it's like, no, combine them into the one that was like, well, we got to see Chaz's ultimate monster that was before like. For what we saw of like the armed dragons and stuff. I was like, oh, that's really fucking awesome that we're getting this. And just like I loved it that Yuri was like, I ain't using a fusion card, and it's just like, you know, there's other ways to fusion something. I was like, this motherfucker. And throughout that, I was like, oh my god. Like when I thought about that, because I didn't know we was gonna have these guys. Like I thought that when we got that, I was like, oh my god, are we gonna get elemental heroes? Please, oh my god, can we please get Flame Wingman? Can we please get Flame Wingman? I want something like that so hard. And it was like, no, they ended up bringing out the big ultimate like fucking Mega Death Roy, where the giant like Power Rangers Megazord one out of them all. And it's like Dragon Catapult Tiger fucking Megazord, like whatever the fuck it's called, but it's like. That was cool, bringing him out. And he just ended up like banishing the 800 attack point one and using XYZ Dragon Cannon's effect to destroy the other one. He's like, oh, you just did that. Alright, you've just gave every single monster on the field a token. I'll explain what that does in a little bit. Comes out, brings out two monsters. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to fuse in Star Venom Dragon. And I'm like, oh my god, Star Venom is such the fucking coolest monster out of them all. And just so that people forgot what his effect is on the turn that he's summoned, every special summon monster that is out there, he gains their attack points. So there's 5 cards right now, with the exclusion of Ojama King not having any attack points. Just calculate, there's a 4200 one there, there's a 3000 one there, there's another one there. Yeah, that's about 1300 attack points, and I'm like, oh my god. This motherfucker ended up getting 3,200 attack points on this card. Oh, sweet merciful Christ. It's like, no one's going to fucking deal with it. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to have my special effect as well, where I can have any other monster's effect. So, Super Jumbo Drillroid. Yeah, your piercing damage will do nicely. And I'm going to attack the guy that hasn't got anything on the field. Boom. Then his effect activates with all the tokens. Everything with a token on it, he has to attack. So, boom, 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 boom. Piercing damage, you're all fucking done in a second turn. And I'm like, this, Yuri, you stomped on my childhood a bit, but at the same time, it's the fucking best thing. Just destroying Jumbo Driller, just destroying Master of Oz, just destroying, like, all the fucking cards on the planet. And it's just like, well... That's really goddamn awesome at the same time. I'm kind of glad, like, the only way you could have made this more perfect on a GX Nostalgia Rush is that you had fucking Jaden appear. And Jaden just came in, no, I'm going to stop this duel, bring out Neos. I was like, oh, this is too much. It's too fucking much. It's so goddamn awesome, like, what they were doing with this episode. And just throughout the entirety of this, just like what you gotta see, like Star Venom Fusion Dragon, he's there going at it like a fucking animal, like using explosions, biting all the monsters, and I was just like, oh, Star Venom's the fucking best. I can't wait to own. I don't care. Regardless of what, when that card comes out with a hit, you know they're probably either gonna do a tin for it, or they're gonna put him in a pack. I have to get that card. I have to get Star Venom Dragon. He needs to be. I don't give a shit. He needs to be in my. I'm gonna make a Gladiator deck, and I'm just gonna put him in it. Because apparently from what I've heard, you just need 2 monsters to summon him. Like you can just have 2 random monsters on there to like summon him. So that's goddamn awesome to do that. So you don't actually need the plants, from what it sounds like. So that's just going to show that you doesn't need the plant monsters. But regardless of what, that is fucking amazing. And then you end off the episode, you got that, and then by the way guys, and all that, Yusu and Alexis just go and confront Yuri. Yuri wants a piece of that. He's there like a psycho, like, come on, I'll take you on. I'll take both of you on. Come on, like that, and you go around. I'm like, oh my, stop, Arc 5, stop. I can't take it. I can't take so much shit happening in an episode. It was too much. I already had nostalgia. I already had that. It's like, even if those guys are flunkies, I don't give a crap. They were just so goddamn fucking awesome. And then him disappearing right at the end because of the bracelet, and it's like, alright, so we got Yugo already in this dimension, or set. We got also as well, like, these two, like, from what we got, like, the two special, like, in command, like, generals from what we got at the end with the preview, and it's like, I'm really looking forward to these twins because they look badass as fuck, and they're going against the two crossworks from the XYZ dimension. I believe, like, their names was Grace and Gloria, and I'm like, they're using Amazon cards. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're using Amazoness cards. That is beyond amazing. Like that, and they're knowing that there's going to be new Amazoness cards. That is beyond fantastic. And phew, like I can't say any more. But from like you brought the Amazoness cards, which I always wanted to use. You brought back all the GX Ace monsters out there, apart from like literally Jaden's cards out there. Like, I mean, what else could you have done? You could have just added a Rainbow Dragon into that. It's like, you know, you could like too much, but it's like they brought back every guy's like fusion monster, which was fan-fucking-tastic. It meant a lot to me seeing that, like, because it's like GX, like people don't know how much like GX and the original Yu-Gi-Oh mean to me. That's my fucking childhood there. I grew up like watching that TV, getting ready for school, playing that in like the playguards, and like just going around, having dueling tournaments back in the day. And it's just like that sheer wonder of opening a pack of cards and pulling out, like, still one of my fondest memories is like, like going in the, like, well, I remember I was really bummed out or something. I think I did like really shitty in a test today. Mom took me out to like go and get a bunch of pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards with my cousins and my brother. Opening up a pack, ended up getting the Super Ultra, like one of the best cards that was out right then at the TCG at the time was Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, 4,000 attack, 4,000 teeth, like shine, like ultimate rare, completely shining, the best card I ever got. And I was like, I just remember going at school, just like people offering me like free blue eyes and like, I'll give you like 2 pieces of Exodia for this card, and it's like a ghost red. And I was like, no. That card will always still, like, I will never get out that card. I still have it to this day, and it's, like, I still have it, and it's, like, I'll always treasure it. And it's just, like, there's just those sweet moments I've got, and most of it's from, like, watching GX back in the day and seeing that card, and then when it came out, and it's like, I got that card, and watching the episodes, like, I got that card, that's amazing. It's, like, using that card, it's, like, I'm as strong as this guy, it's, like, that's awesome, and it's just beautiful, like, just stuff like that. And just, even though that's what I wanted the Arc 5 to be, I wanted it to be kind of like a hoorah to like getting a nice nostalgia to all the series out there. I mean, I kind of like, we haven't really had the original Yu-Gi-Oh on there, but we've definitely had 5Ds, we've had ZL, and we've had like obviously GX. Like, just, it means a lot, and it's fucking fantastic. So I had to give it a 9. I have to. Nostalgia moment just too much for that. Like when I saw all that stuff going off, I was like, oh, and then like see like the preview, and I'm like, yo, like, I was going too much. I was like, I absolutely cannot wait, because Grace and Gloria look badass as it is, so I cannot wait for that episode. Too much, just fucking too much goodness. And it's like, I don't get to say that much with Arc 5. It's just like, there's so much to talk about on this episode, and I loved every single second of it, so it deserves that 9. Like, it deserved that 9. I was bummed out by the ending. I've mentioned it before. I'll link you to that video as well, where I talked about the actual ending itself, but it's like, yeah, I still love that ending regardless. But it's like, that's all from me though. So if you loved Arc 5 as much as I did this week with the nostalgia boner on max, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But I'll see you guys next time.